It's going to be all right. This machine is alone and the door is barricaded.
It won't hold. Did you see how easily those demons entered the church?
Don't be afraid. I mean you no harm.
Oh, Seigneur! He can speak!
What do you want with us, Automat?
What happened in this church?
You should know. It was your kind that slaughtered these lambs. I don't think those who were able to escape stand much of a chance either.
Where are the survivors?
They're hiding in the catacombs behind the church.
There's also the gentleman that the automats took alive.
I'm getting closer to Les Invalides. Here, I should be able to cross the moat easily.
The debt was no longer sustainable, Your Majesty. Your mechanical revolution has changed the face of the kingdom, but the coffers are woefully empty.
The debt, Monsieur Nacon. This debt that you and your banking friends helped to create for your own benefit, and which is now forcing us to levy new taxes. Will my subjects be able to bear another tax?
Yes, Your Majesty, as long as it is distributed fairly. The representatives of the nobility, the clergy, and the Third Estate must come to an agreement. That is why we have convened the Estates General. Tomorrow you are to preside over the opening ceremonies.
Your Estates General. Nothing good can come of it. You have roused the spirit of rebellion. All I hear about are their damned cahiers de doléances. My rightful enjoyment is being challenged. The streets of Versailles are teeming with loudmouth fanatics with sacrilegious thoughts. Tell me, Monsieur le Ministre, have you purposely set this army of the unwashed against me?
Your Majesty, I have always been your most faithful servant.
Beware, Nacon. Beware. I have a surprise in store for anyone who dares attack my throne.
My dear Suzanne, take my hand, please. Don't let them take me away. No. Oh no, this has to stop. I don't want to be tormented anymore.
That is not my intention. I have come to rescue you.
Rescue me? But what on earth are you?
It is of no importance. What did you see and hear before you regained consciousness?
I had frightful visions, rageful wraiths filled with pain and sorrow. And it was cold enough to curdle the blood. Oh, it's impossible to describe. All the rage and anger. I was in another body, I think. And there was this commanding voice, ordering me to spread terror. Did I really hear it? Or did I momentarily lose my mind?
Who are you, monsieur?
Don't you know? I'm Jacques Nacon, Ministre des Finances. Well, I was before I was captured. But this situation suggests that the king has decided to
What does he accuse you of?
my alleged connivance with the Third Estate, no, and most of all, for having been the first to ask to convene
How and when were you captured?
when the machines attacked. My wife and I fled our home to hide not far from there, in the Église Sainte-Marie. But we didn't stand a chance against the machine. They overran the nave. My wife. As for me, what is the meaning of all this?
What will you do now?
There is no future for me. I need to find a safe place.
I will take you to the Cordelier convent. You will be safe there.
À la bonne heure, she's back.
Aegis, what a joy and relief to see you again.
Monsieur,
Welcome to our stronghold. I'm sure that everyone here is aware of the great debt we all owe you. As you can see, the most exhausted among us are growing stronger.
While the most determined are already planning our counterattack.
I did not expect to see you all together.
4 days ago, the representatives of the Third Estate gathered in a tennis court. They swore not to separate until they had established a constitution for the nation. But that was not the only oath we swore. All the honorable men who were at Versailles, representatives and patriots, members of the secretly swore to meet here if they were dispersed.
You, Aegis, have allowed them to gather once again. Though unfortunately many are missing, we still have hope.
Why did you choose to meet in this convent?
It was my idea. Voyez-vous, I stay here whenever my obligation. No other retreat inspires such peace and contemplation. Et puis, truth be told, this building has always felt like a fortress to me.
For 2 whole days, the patriots in the quarter consolidated the outer walls to make it an impenetrable citadel. No automat has broken through our defenses yet.
Where are the monks, mon père?
They are secluded in their quarters, praying for the salvation of the people of Paris. However, we bear no illusion.
And we are unarmed. Without you, without your warrior strength, we have...
You are sent by heaven above, Aegis. From now on, you may consider the Cordelier convent your headquarters.
We must speak, you and I, in private, if you please. Monsieur de Lafayette must not hear a word of what I'm about to tell you.
What do you mean? You all seem to be certain that I will use my strengths to serve your cause. Are you forgetting that I have a task to accomplish?
Not at all, madame. We all know and support your plan to free Monsieur de Vaucanson. That is why I've taken the time to think of a way for you to get to the Bastille.
I am listening.
There is a patriot in Paris whose pamphlets have aroused Monsieur de Lafayette's ire. His anger is so strong that the poor man had to disappear to escape arrest. I know that he is secretly hiding in the quarries in Montmartre. A labyrinth he is said to know like the back of his hand. If anyone can help you navigate the obstacles that keep you from the Bastille, It is the elusive Monsieur Marat.
Very well. I will go and find him. Monsieur Necker.
I owe you my life, madame. So I am embarrassed to ask you for anything more.
Do not fear. You...
Suzanne, my beloved wife. I cannot, despite all the evidence, I still hope to see her alive again. Mon Dieu. What have I done to deserve, after everything I've done for him?
I will look into what happened to your...
Bless you, madame.
Where should I start, my...
In the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides, we were separated in the Église Sainte-Marie, on Rue de Bourgogne.
Why would the king owe you anything?
I dedicated my life to the kingdom as his minister. I refused to accept any remuneration for myself, and I personally filled the king's coffers with 2.5 million livres. From my own bonds in the Caisse d'Escompte, he stores all his secrets there. You must retrieve these bonds post-haste. They must not be used to allow this madman to build more murderous automats.
Do I have any chance of opening?
Don't even think about it, madame. Despite your incredible strength, that was designed precisely to that effect. I suppose that its contents were too unofficial for the honest minister that I...
Who has the key?
The king does, that's for sure.
Anyone else?
How could I know? His shadow... Now that I think about it, there's a rumor that has been going round Versailles for a while now. That he oversaw diplomatic missions for the crown. Not in any official capacity. Who knows? He might know more about this.
I will ask him. I shall be off.
You are the only hope of seeing my beloved and of foiling the plans of the clockwork tyrant.
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
Madame, you're my... I don't know anything about you, or that I owe you...
How do you intend...
I am
You have my...
You should know that I, as such, for the past 2... It's in a warehouse, but the men I sent to take... Do you realize...
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy.
It's possible. One thing is certain. Whether it is still in the warehouse, then, if possible, we must...
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must...
Flood the gunpowder. You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of... What will our cannons use once we have formed our...
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a...
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat, but...
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder. Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier. Monsieur Bailly.
I am very pleased to find you here with us.
I found a document written in a script that I was unable to read.
Let me see. Je vois. A variation on Taylor's system, no doubt. I'm wont to use it myself from time to time while jotting down my ideas as they come.
What does it say?
Je crois. The author writes that the subject died from a large dose of prussic acid.
What is prussic?
My apologies, Aegis, but I'm no... You should ask Monsieur Lavoisier.
Goodbye, Monsieur B. Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you?
What is prussic acid?
It's a volatile compound extracted from Prussian blue, which is a pigment derived from the koch...
What does it do?
Oh, it's a lethal poison, of the most dangerous sort.
A deadly poison?
Aegis? Is everything...
I did not find the weapon.
Vraiment? It's near Les Invalides.
Goodbye, Miss...
How was your search at the
I found this penknife there. I was struck with a vision as soon as I saw Mademoiselle de Vaucanson running from the Comte de Cagliostro. This letter refers to a hiding place where she often sought refuge. It's in the Jardin du Luxembourg.
I know the place. One day, Eugène and I were walking. It was a startling, almost frightening sight. The spot is on the edge of the garden, hidden by vegetation between two...
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
Have you located Athanasius?
No, not...
Look carefully. Remember, it's on the edge of the garden, between two statues, hidden amongst the plants.
Goodbye, Monsieur.
Eh bien.
No.
I have it on good authority. He's the only person who...
Is your plan to arm the populace?
Oh, even if they...
Why is that?
Most of the... This makes
The
it...
location, a statue.
That's right. From what... What do you mean, monsieur?
Lanterns of the dead. Our ancestors. Today, no others claim that human bones, some odious...
That makes sense. I'm now certain that the King's lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been caught, and that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion, without needing...
Paternoster quies in celis sanctific...
Now that I think about you,
No, au contraire.
it follows.
Unfortunately, they are
Come now, if we knew what these lanterns were made...
Take a look at this ledger, Monsieur Lavoisier. I found it by the factories, near Vaucanson's workshop.
Let's see. Steel, molybdenum, tiens, donc, tungsten. And this master blacksmith knows his trade. As long as you have a fork.
For that, our clockwork tyrant knows no...
Well, Monsieur Lavoisier, is that...
Break it? Certainly not. I would recommend sulfuric acid or vitriol, if you prefer to use its
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I can't tell. You should ask my colleague. He uses...
Have you located Atanak?
No.
Look.
Would you happen to know where I could find some vitriol?
Sulfuric acid, combined with sea salt and green copperas. We use it to polish the lenses, but I don't know how much we have. You would need to go to the Louvre and...
If you will allow...
Of course, madame.
I have not...
As I said.
Goodbye. Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you?
where can I obtain...
I had some, but my laboratory I can't tell you any more. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur. He uses
I did not...
Vraiment? It's near...
Goodbye, Monsieur de Mirabeau. Minister Necker claimed...
This matter what?
I must get...
What lock?
Minister Necker said it would...
Well, let me think. After all, a lock is nothing that can resist. Why don't you ask him?
I'll be sure to do so.
Now, who else might... Oh, there's Monsieur Lavoisier as well. I'm sure he'll have no trouble.
Good.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I have an urgent matter.
You are forgiven.
In that case, it has been...
Have you located Athanasius' hut?
No.
Look carefully.
I'm looking for a way to force a lock that is supposed to... Monsieur de Mirabeau advised me to ask...
But I'm an astronomer. I know my way around lenses, but I've never given a moment's thought. Où est-il, ce brave homme? So that...
He has left.
Excuse me? Do you mean that's madness?
Intriguing. Monsieur Lavoisier...
What can I do?
I would like to access the contents. Dare I ask for your help?
And how can I be of...
I need gunpowder to break through...
Gunpowder? Do you think I just walk around with
Oh.
Mirabeau? Where is the animal? So we can...
He has left.
Eh bien. If I could inspect the safe and determine what metal was used in... But given the circumstances, I
understand. I did...
Vraiment? It's near...
Where can
I can't... You should ask. He uses...
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Have you located Athanasius' hiding place?
No.
Look.
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
Has anyone seen Monsieur de Mirabeau?
Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis. It was very unwise of us to leave the society. It is a miracle that we got it.
What do you want?
Have you ever heard of the Club de
No, monsieur.
It's an association that those from they are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade. They worship nothing but money. And their greed is matched only by that. Regrettably, 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre. to settle some business with the Admiralty when I overheard a conversation between, if they are to be believed, des esclaves sans sommeil. It's hard to say, but I fear they plan to administer some. Our organization will not let the Aegis. We must look into this.
You speak of greed, Monsieur Raymond.
But what exactly do you accuse?
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition.
If that's the case, then why wait? You preach abolition, yet you continue to lie. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established...
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood.
It is true that every reform must be approached with, this reform is not so difficult. I've begun it. There you will not find slaves, but workers. And my plantation is no less...
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you. Now is... What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extreme. We must find out more about this plot to create Aegis. You are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hôtel de Massiac alive.
Have you located Athanasius?
No,
Look,
I have not.
as I said.
Goodbye, Monsieur B. Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for...
Goodbye, Monsieur.
Did you go to the
No.
Remember,
What if...
we are, and what it was. Yes,
I hope.
What...
This goes as for the.
Are you not subject?
I am for.
You are...
I allow late and then, Mont.
See you... My respect.
I didn't expect to see you. We missed you. The path.
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix.
Aegis, I'd like to talk to you. Have a few moments to spare.
Certainly, mon père.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who called. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered, like clocks that never need winding, they get their energy from the sun. They drink from the anima essence. These machines feed on the dead.
Is there any way to stop the...
I believe there is always hope, as long as I remain free to... I keep thinking about the three...
The alchemist?
Precisely.
What have we to...
Not him.
What do...
What do I... Nearly 2... He had the priest. Since then... My thoughts... No, all... It's fair... Just, In the... But we need to...
But how?
Aegis.
Oui, mon père.
Will you help us get to the...
Did you not...
There is perhaps... The penitence. It's only up here is...
Goodbye.
How is your research on Nick?
I have done...
Don't take too long. Don't forget that the church isn't...
Goodbye. Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien, do you come? Don't give up. Remember, that's in the... As for the...
Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Don't give... Remember, that's in the... As for the...
Monsieur Lemarque.
I'm listening.
I went to the meeting point you indicate. I had an unexpected and...
Get to the facts.
Madame de Polignac. She made no secret of her reason for being... So now I know all about the precious cargo.
Seigneur. What happened? Tell me that nothing...
That remains to be determined. The evidence...
How?
This ambush could not have taken place without...
A plague on Orléans and his damned informant.
That still... 3 of them lost their lives. A 4th was...
Excellent. I bet it was my hussars who sent the... But why the hell haven't they reported to me?
Only they could tell you that.
Would you be so kind as to go and find them? My hussars are stationed.
I had an
Get to the...
Madame de... She said...
What happened?
This ambush... That 3...
But...
Only the...
Which my hussar...
Good...